Good evening, dear friend. Tonight, before you sleep, slow down for just a moment. Lay down every noisy thought, every hidden fear, and let the peace of God touch your heart. What if the only reason you made it to this quiet moment was not because you had enough strength, but because God carried you when you could not carry yourself? Take a deep breath and let that truth settle over you. You are here at the end of another day. Maybe today was full of demands, decisions, conversations, responsibilities, and emotions you never had time to name. Maybe you smiled when you were tired, kept going when you felt empty, and held yourself together when no one knew how heavy your heart felt. But tonight, you do not have to pretend. You do not have to prove anything. You can simply come before God as you are. He saw every step, every sigh, every quiet moment when you almost gave up, and still, by His grace, you are here. You made it through, but you did not make it through alone. And as you sit in this quiet place, begin to notice the small mercies that were easy to miss. Not every blessing arrived with a loud announcement. Some came quietly, like breath in your lungs, light through the window, a meal on the table, a safe drive home, one more chance to try again, one calm moment in the middle of a busy day. Some blessings looked ordinary, but they were still gifts from the hand of God. Maybe He gave you patience when your plans changed. Maybe He gave you strength when your body felt tired. Maybe He gave you wisdom for one decision, comfort in one conversation, or peace that helped you take the next step. Tonight, let your heart slow down enough to remember. You were not forgotten in the little things. You were not alone in the routine moments. The God who watches over the stars also watched over your day. So before sleep comes, whisper, "Thank you for what you noticed, and thank you for what you did not see." And now, dear friend, let your gratitude become even more honest. Thank God not only for the easy parts of the day, but for the moments that stretched you, humbled you, and reminded you how much you need Him. Thank Him for being near when your mind felt crowded with concerns. Thank Him for giving you grace during conversations that were difficult to carry. Thank Him for steadying your heart when plans changed, when answers felt delayed, when responsibilities felt heavier than you expected. Maybe there were moments today when you felt unseen, unappreciated, or emotionally tired. Maybe you had to keep moving while something inside you wanted to rest. Maybe you carried questions you could not explain to anyone else. But God understood every silent place within you. He was present in the middle of the pressure. He was faithful in the middle of the waiting. He was kind in the middle of the moments that did not feel easy. So tonight, instead of replaying what drained you, begin to remember how He sustained you. You are still breathing. You are still held. You are still covered by mercy. The day may have tested your patience, your hope, or your strength, but it did not separate you from the love of God. Let your heart say thank you for every unseen hand that guided me, every quiet mercy that protected me, and every ounce of strength you gave when I thought I had none left. And if there are still things from today you do not understand, you can bring them gently before the Lord, without needing to solve them tonight. Gratitude does not mean pretending every question has an answer. It does not mean every door has opened, every burden has disappeared, or every prayer has already unfolded the way you hoped. Gratitude means choosing to trust that God was still good in the middle of what felt unfinished. His word reminds us to give thanks in all circumstances, not because every circumstance feels easy, but because His faithfulness remains steady through all of them. So tonight, thank Him for the lessons you did not expect, the delays that taught you patience, the quiet moments that revealed your need for grace, and the strength that rose inside you one step at a time. Thank Him for being present when nothing made sense. Thank Him for staying close when your emotions felt heavy. Thank Him for guiding you even when the path seemed unclear. You do not have to understand everything to rest in His care. You can simply say, "Lord, I trust you with what I cannot yet see." And now, as your heart rests in trust, begin to release what you no longer need to carry into the night. You have thanked God for His faithfulness through this day, and now you can place the remaining weight in His hands. Release the regret over what you wish you had done differently. Release the pressure to fix every detail before morning. Release the conversation that keeps replaying in your mind. Release the worry about tomorrow, the fear of not being enough, and the quiet tension that has been sitting inside your chest. You do not have to take every unfinished thing with you into sleep. The Lord who sustained you through today is able to keep you through the night. So breathe slowly and say within your heart, Father, I give you what I cannot control. I give you what I cannot change. I give you what I cannot understand. I give you the plans that feel uncertain, the needs that feel urgent, and the emotions I do not have the strength to sort through right now. Let your peace meet me here. Let your grace cover what is incomplete. Let your presence quiet what has been restless. I choose to lay it down, not because it no longer matters, but because I trust that it matters to you. Tonight, I do not need to carry what you are willing to hold. And as you lay those burdens down, remember that God does not only receive what you give him, he understands why it was heavy in the first place. He knows the parts of your heart that felt tired today. He knows the words you held back, the tears you tried to hide, the questions you could not explain, and the strength it took just to keep going. Nothing inside you is confusing to him. Nothing you feel is too small for his compassion. So tonight, thank him for understanding you completely. Thank him for seeing beyond your smile, beyond your routine, beyond what others may have noticed. Thank him for loving you in the quiet places where you feel most tender. You do not have to arrange perfect words before him. You do not have to sound strong. You can simply rest in the presence of the one who knows you fully and still holds you gently. Let this truth comfort your soul. You are seen, you are known, and you are deeply cared for by your Father in heaven. Now let gratitude become peace inside you. Let every thankful thought settle your heart a little deeper. Let every memory of God's kindness quiet what worry tried to awaken. The Lord is near, and his presence is not rushed, harsh, or distant. His peace moves gently, like a soft covering over your mind, your body, and your spirit. Father, let my gratitude turn into rest tonight. Calm every racing thought, slow every anxious rhythm within me. Let my breathing become steady, my shoulders relax, and my soul remember that I am safe in your care. Your word says that in peace I will lie down and sleep, because you alone make me dwell in safety. So let that promise cover this room. Let your peace fill this home. Guard my thoughts, guide my dreams, and remove anything that does not belong in this sacred night of rest. Where there was stress, bring stillness. Where there was heaviness, bring comfort. Where there was worry, bring trust. And as sleep draws near, let my heart rest in the quiet joy of knowing you have been good to me. And as you rest in that quiet joy, begin to thank God for the day that has not arrived yet. You do not have to step into tomorrow with fear, because your Father is already there. He knows the meetings, the messages, the responsibilities, the decisions, and the unexpected moments that may come. He knows what your heart will need before you even ask. So tonight, thank him in advance for new mercy in the morning, for fresh strength when your feet touch the floor, for wisdom when you need direction, and for peace when life feels uncertain. Thank him for going before you, preparing grace for places you have not reached yet. And now, place your family, your loved ones, and every person listening into his tender care. Lord, cover every home represented here tonight. Comfort the one who feels alone. Strengthen the one who feels weary. Encourage the one who is waiting for an answer. Bring peace to the one whose mind has been restless. Let every heart be reminded that tomorrow is not outside your reach. The same God who held us through this day will be faithful when morning comes. So tonight, let this be your final thought before sleep. The God who has been faithful behind you is still faithful beside you, and he is already faithful ahead of you. You can rest now. You can stop striving now. You can close your eyes with a grateful heart, knowing that grace has met you here. If this prayer has touched your heart, write this simple declaration in the comments as an act of faith. God, I trust you with tonight and tomorrow. Let those words become a quiet offering of surrender and gratitude. And if you want to keep ending your day in prayer, peace, and the presence of God, remember to like this video and subscribe so we can continue walking with the Lord together each day. May your home be filled with calm. May your heart be steady. May your body find rest. May your mind be guarded by the peace of Christ. May the Lord wrap you in his peace, cover you with his mercy, and let his unfailing love become your comfort until morning comes. Amen.